In this assignment, we will be creating a mirrored image using symmetry, and we will make our piece out of stencils. So for our materials today, we can use any type of drawing materials that you have. So that can be pencils, pencil crayons, colored pencils, markers, crayons, anything that you have at home. A mirrored image means that the image is exactly the same on one side as on the other. When creating a symmetrical image, we are going to work off a center line. And then we want the left and the right side of our image to be exactly identical on either side. So you can see when I split these images in half, they are the same on one side as they are on the other. In order to create a mirrored symmetrical image, we are going to make some stencils that we can use to make our left and right side of our image exactly the same. We are going to start the process by drawing
You can
out
look at
5
these
very
patterns,
simple shapes that are pulled from Iranian patterns to get some inspiration for your shapes, or you can follow along and make the same shapes that I'm making. Next, we are going to cut out all 5 of our simple shapes so we can use them as stencils.
So now that we have all 5 of our stencil shapes cut out, now we want to draw a line in the center of our image. So I'm just going to estimate the center. And we're going to keep this line nice and light so that we can erase the line, because we don't really want this line to be a part of our final art piece. Okay, so once we have our page kind of lightly split in half, then we're going to work off this center line to create our symmetry. So I will show you kind of how it works. So you start with one of your stencils and you want to line it up at some point on the line in the center. And we're tracing around the object. Now we kind of have to move our hands around and our fingers in order to hold the stencil in place. But here's how the magic happens. Then we take that piece like that and we flip it this way, and we will get a symmetrical shape. And that's the beginning of our symmetrical drawing. So we just want to like keep adding from the center line out. So we can keep working off the center line this way. So again, I'm going to flip it. Let's see, I kind of. You can also work along the center line. So you place your stencil right in the center, like halfway through the actual stencil, and then you can create a symmetry that way too. Okay, so now once we are all done tracing and kind of filling up our page, then we can go ahead and add some details into the picture. So you can add some like lines on the inside of other lines like this, just kind of like making the picture like more interesting, and adding some decorative elements to the piece. So some of these I can split up like that. Next, we want to just color in our picture. So you can see from this other example that I have that I've only colored in parts of it instead of like spending all the time coloring the white parts. So you can color in the entire thing, or you can just color in sections of your picture. I'm almost done. Once I finish coloring my picture, I'm going to upload it to our Google Classroom assignment 1.1, drawing mirrored images using stencils. Thank you so much for following along.